It's lighting.
Yeah.
Well, no, like they go to
Do you need a pen?
Thank you, though.
You know what I mean?
Anything changed since she sent it? Okay. That's the one we're signing. Perfect.
Should be.
4 minutes.
Is there anything else? I didn't see. No, nothing for you to go over. It's just the first standard in there.
I got an email.
Yeah, because we had 2 meetings.
Oh, I forgot the special one.
Yeah.
Somebody's name, they come to every meeting, and she asked about the landing.
Gardner. Great.
Susan Gray?
Hang on, it's in those, one of those notes. It's the last one. Yeah, that one.
Sharon Gray.
Sharon.
Because it's Fishing Game that's responsible for that. We call Fishing Game. So I just wanted to let her know.
So we're gonna have to find.
What's he doing? Wednesday is on DK. Oh, yeah, planning.
I can't tell you, I wasn't here, so I don't know.
Skipper. It's you, Skipper.
Yeah, that's when I fell there and I boom, actually fell down and went, son of a
I'm sure.
bitch. Yeah, I slid face first down the hill and stopped in the gully. Stopped like this and jammed.
Oh, yeah. Don't do that.
Just grab the name. Got it.
You have my wife on the board of trustee, that's Susan Edwards.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
My wife's-
Just cross it out
Yeah.
and fix it. I'm sorry. That's in the 13th.
Yeah, she's
right?
enough with the
Yep, she's
historical
got her
and
hands
the
full.
election for.
Good catch.
Asked about Callie and, we're not actually appointing them, we're gonna recommend them to
Yes.
Health and Human Services, and they will do the actual appointment.
Ready? You want to read that?
No, I'm good, I can read.
Ready yet?
Whatever you want.
All right, it's 7:00. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Start with the pledge of allegiance.
It's the Republic, which is under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Roll call, we have myself, Amy Freak, Joe Marco, Ed Spiker, and Assistant Melissa Prunier. As far as emails, I'll go over the email that I got when we get down to the next item on the agenda, which is the road damages.
Long week.
I hate these things, so
You,
I'm very bashful now. I have this and that.
So you're a star.
Okay, all right, can I ask you not to yell too? So, and I kind of was sharing this here, I'm surprised she isn't. Just a quick update as far as the road damage we have. I found out, through Gary Merchant, who's lovely, he's been helping, that the New Hampshire Fish and Game are responsible for boat landings. So I will contact them and tell them that the Long Pond, that's the name of it, correct? The one on YMCA camp is
it's either,
pretty shady.
yeah, they call it Lake Coniston too, depending on what map you're looking at.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask you for some updates from Joe.
Okay. Joe has most of the stuff set for safe passage. We're actually going to have to bond the repairs once the inspections are made. They're coming out to do a wetlands research around the culvert area on Croydon to make sure to see if it needs upgraded. Inspection should be done sometime this week. Like I said, we're going to have to bond repairs. FEMA is a reimbursement, and we have to wait till after their inspection and the permit's filled out. So Joe's getting a estimate on the repairs for Croydon Road, because that's not just repaving, that's going to be reconstruction. However, I'm going to pass it by him. There's a lot to take with dirt roads and with the culverts. Let's check with him to see about the idea of grinding it, getting the company to grind it. And then Joe can do the culverts, the fill, ditches, and that stuff, and save us a considerable amount there, because all we have is materials and the regular labor that they'd be there anyway, and other stuff. But it would be considerably less than having a road company. So I'll discuss that with him, and at the next meeting, should have the reports for the wetlands, what needs to be done to the culvert, and also hopefully an estimate for the road.
And then Ed has been working on, and this aligns with road damage because we're going to use that for this program. So if you wanted to talk about that, Ed.
I've actually, Kim and I did a little bit of research on Sunday and found out that the ARPA funds that we are due for the COVID relief can be used as the town portion of a larger grant that's out there. So we're gonna see what's possible with that, but we need the road, we need our previous road assessment so that we can do some more research and
So you
get
need
our application.
accurate road names, lengths, widths,
Yes,
whether
ma'am.
they're paved or dirt, class 5, 6,
Yep.
whatever.
Absolutely. As much info as we can get on the roads in town as we can, that would be great.
I know Joseph, I've asked Joseph. Joseph said he has a book at the town shed.
Yep.
I was in the
That's,
middle of work. I couldn't go, plus I was soaked, so I couldn't go get it. Do you want to go talk to him about that, or do you want me to go do it?
Oh, I gotta talk to him about the other part anyway, because I got him to get the estimates and stuff, but I wanna talk to him about what his thoughts on doing underwork ourselves.
Yep.
Well,
I like-
himself.
Yeah,
I don't want to take any.
okay. So we'll get that from him, and then what else?
just get the application in by the 5th and see what happens from there.
All right, so we need to get that this week.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
Up to you.
I'll get it tomorrow.
Perfect.
thank you. All right, and as far as Joe's, we're keeping track of everything, correct?
I haven't seen anything yet, so we're gonna work with Joe to get those.
Yes, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Actually, before we go, do we want to talk about,
We need to
Jason
set a
Rook.
rate for Jason Rook's emergency help.
so Jason Rook stepped up, grabbed a dump truck and was hauling material. And in a situation like that, we have a skilled CDL licensed person ready to go like that, so.
I make a motion, we pay him 25 an hour for the time being an emergency and everything.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so the health officer position, so we have learned that we can have two, we can have the health officer and then we can have a deputy. So we don't actually appoint them, we send the names to the Department of Health and Human Services. So I would like to, do we have to make a motion to say?
I make a motion, we nominate Kelly for the health officer and Andrew for the deputy.
I say. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, awesome. You were late?
Pardon?
You were late? I expect you to be here on time because I talked to you when you weren't even in the room.
Sorry.
Fish and Game
Yeah,
is responsible for the boat landing, and I'll get after them.
they said no.
Yep, there's RSAs. I
Yeah.
have the RSAs.
They said, not Fish and Game owned, it's a pub, even though it's a not Fish and Game owned public access site. It's privately owned. In the 60s, a private citizen was allowing public access to the lake across from whatever interlock campground property means. Check the tax map, they said, to see who owns the property. The road, they said it was under road to public waters in the 90s, but it didn't get taken in because the road was privately owned. So they said, start with the tax map, and I'm hoping that you found a deed or something. And that's as far as I got with them. And then I have the 400, they want $400, it's just ridiculous.
You want $400 for what?
They want me to get a permit, a $400 permit, to even tell you. I said, you want us to pay you, because we're gonna have to pay to get
I was just
stuff in the
gonna
ground.
bring that up.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Well, that's what they said.
So I have two ways.
Yep.
And, there are a couple of plans from back in the 1950s from Walter Breckenridge on Sullivan County Registry of Deeds that show the entire lake, when it was Long Lake, and it was owned by Interlochen Camp. And then they sold it to the YMCA, it became Camp Concept. The camp owns the entire shoreline around the lake, but the lake is owned by the state because it's over 10 acres. So there's going to be a little bit of jurisdictional.
You can't own the water, right? Therefore,
Oh,
the
they
state,
do.
the state owns the water, and if we need access to
The
it,
access
they have to
to it.
provide access, right?
There's a road that has to be maintained to get to the water.
What's frustrating to me is they know exactly what to do the proper way, and instead, they're making us fish to find out the right answer. And they're gonna slap us when we do it wrong.
Welcome to government.
I'm
What
doing
the heck?
some research to see if there's an actual easement or any type of a town road to get to that.
Okay,
But that's what I've found so far. Yeah, the cabinet. Dudley? Is it Dudley?
W.
There's
There's a Dudley Lane there.
Yeah, Dudley Lane, but Dudley is for the people who who actually owned all of that land and started Camp Interlochen.
Oh,
So I'm doing the back research on the Dudley family to see if they actually gave the right of access to the town or to the state or to the camp so that people can get there. It's a process.
you're good. Thank you.
Everybody talk to,
Ma'am?
sorry, I don't know her name. So the lady who helped us get to Camp last year. Oh,
Lorraine Newcomb, she's
Does anybody
lovely.
talk to her? I'm sure she would know exactly on that. When I called the office, the girl talked to the background, she goes, there's a lot of knowledgeable people here, so I'm betting Lorraine was there. My worry is, you don't need a microphone for me, my worry is if it ends up being camp property and then they say, oh, we're taking it back, that we lose access. So I'm wondering how hard we're gonna pursue this because.
No, I don't think, I don't
believe
We
that
cannot
any,
lose access.
I believe that any lake over 10 acres that is owned by the state requires a public access point. I believe that's the case. I could be wrong.
yeah, that's what the RC says.
Sunapee kind of went through the same debacle last year. And
Shutting down.
yeah, and it didn't work out well.
Or.
Especially, it was not a good public relation.
They're making it harder and harder for us to enjoy the things that we have to pay for now.
Right, I just wanna know what material can put down, you know?
Yeah,
And
I know.
I'm gonna pay for it myself, but I'm not paying for a $1 application fee.
No.
For them to say, oh, yeah, sure, you can put down gravel.
No, I'm sure we can talk to Lorraine. They're not gonna kick, I feel like Camp Coniston is like Croydon or Fused. Yeah, so.
You can have.
I have her email too. Amy, but you wanna do that? for me?
Yeah. Or do you want me to get involved? I feel like I should get involved. I don't know what's going on, like, at least you give me.
At least you're honest. I think that was that it? Is that it for you,
That's it.
Hope,
Yes.
you're here. Just because you're our state lady, and I'm gonna push you to get us things.
I'm trying, what would you like?
Well, Turnpike Road took it hard too, and I know it's state, and I,
Say it again.
the Turnpike Road
Yeah,
took it, the edges, the shoulders took it hard in places, which means we're gonna lose it. And I know it's state, and I know we're slated to have it paved in the next 3 years. But I think it's gotta get pushed up because we're gonna end up losing it more, quicker, faster.
The way they cut it out, it's gonna be breakaway and gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, and it's right in driveways and over culverts and
Yeah.
I know, I did see Regan Clark go up and back in his work truck today, but I don't know if he was going home, and what, you know what I mean?
so I'll reach out to the OT tomorrow. Best case scenario would be we somehow persuade them to expedite the whole process. Quite frankly, I think that's very improbable because their queue is.
Yeah, I'm
really
sure.
long. But it would be foolish of them not to address the shoulder issues so that they prevent it getting worse
Yep.
now when it's in the state. So I'll reach out to Bill Cass, who's the director of the OT, and I will let you know what feedback I get. And we can, depending on what that answer is, decide what to do from there.
I just want you to keep poking the bear. You just keep
I like
poking,
poking the bear.
okay? Keep doing it.
While I'm up here, I also want to say that what I think I emailed last week, or maybe I said it Tuesday night, that we thought from a law that was passed a year ago that there was a possibility of interest-free loan money from the state for these kind of situations when there's storm damage. But on more careful reading of that law, it requires that you cannot apply for that interest-free loan without reasonable expectation that you're going to get FEMA money. And I am really sad to say that I don't feel very confident we're going to get FEMA money because although it looks like the county minimum of damages for FEMA will be met between Croydon, Plainfield, and Newport, there's no indication that the state minimum is going to be met. So I talked to Judy Aaron today. She's a state rep for Ackworth, and they've been through this to the tune of $2.1 million of damage in 2021. And that town has just marginally more population than us. They still don't have $1 of FEMA money that they've actually received, even though they are approved for FEMA money. And so they, as Joe, I think he said, so they bonded because they don't really have any other choice to get the money to repair. I think there's a good possibility that Representative Aaron and I will propose legislation next year to modify that bill so that it's not attached to FEMA funding going forward, but it does us no good now.
Right.
Right. So we'll keep it, as you say, part of the bear one. We're going to get it that way. And I asked at county delegation meeting this afternoon that all the reps for Sullivan County except one were there, and all three of the county commissioners and the county manager. And I just asked for input on this, and basically everybody said, we're sorry, there's no good news. So.
We're gonna do the best we can.
Exactly.
Anybody have anything? Stand right up here.
Yeah, hi, John Rizek, 253 Pinnacle Road. And I have a question, I'm not sure if this is the right form or not. It's regarding class 6 roads, and specifically Croydon's position on gates and bars. I recently had an incident up there. Somebody took it down and agreed with the gate, and I know you're familiar with it.
I know it's been done.
We've been there for years, never had an issue. So now the gate is down and we're going to replace that and put in the same gate that was there before. Basically, those who don't know, it's sliding boards that go by. So we don't stop anybody from going up there. And it's been in place for, I think, maybe 15 years when John Clements was still selected. We've been here 8 years and never had an issue except for this one instance. So.
And what did they do?
Sorry?
What happened to it?
Yeah, what happened to it, I had a conversation with John and told him he can go up there, no issues, just move the slats. So he did that. Next morning he came by and he rammed it and broke the gate.
You rammed it?
Yeah.
Could you tell me what?
I'd rather not discuss it now, but you know.
Well, we had an incident, someone rammed the East Pass gate
Right.
as well as another gate on the park, so these rammers need to.
And the state police are actually coordinating it.
Oh, I have seen state police up on, yes.
Yeah, so I think
They're posted up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
But I think my incident is not necessarily related to that incident with the Jeeps and the park.
Okay.
But anyway, so my point here is, I know a couple of years ago, Larry from the planning board came to stop by, and he said that they were looking at, do we standardize things, how class 6 roads actually work, do we put signs up and post them? But again, my whole request here is, can I go ahead and put that back up? Business as usual, from my perspective.
Yeah, it's subject to gates and bars.
And I think, you know, everything that I've read, all class 6 roads are subject to gates and bars.
And you don't want to prevent them from going, you just want them to not be a jerk.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I want to be peaceful, I want to be a good neighbor.
You just don't want it to be a highway.
Yeah, but I don't want to be harassed over something that, you know, is statute or municipal laws and things of that nature. So if you guys are okay with it,
Yeah,
we can go ahead
Yep.
and put that back up, and if I have an encounter with this
Motion, we say
gentleman-
it's okay.
Yeah, I make a motion to allow the gate to be put back up.
Seconded.
I don't, in the middle of it, do you have a question before we vote on this?
I have a comment. Sure. I think we might want to just double check with the New Hampshire Municipal Association and the board, the current RSA's, to make sure that the guidelines and gates on class 6 roads haven't changed. Since that was created.
So the
Not
last,
at all trying to oppose it.
No.
I think you should be able to have it. I just want to, like, have full knowledge of where we work and.
absolutely. Yeah, but all the stuff that I found online pretty much speaks to the fact that, homeowners could put that up. And you, as the council for the town, you have the ability to monitor those gates. So if the gate is in disrepair, then you can say, hey, repair that gate. But it's my.
If you are able to, the RSA can comment, that's fine.
But no, I would welcome that. If you guys think it's prudent.
It's up to you.
But again, just as a sidebar, the person that we bought the property from, John Clemens, he put it in, and he was head of DOT for like 10 years. So he definitely had knowledge of public roads and things of that nature, so.
Well, there's a gate down on the Jimmy Road, which is a class 6,
Yeah.
correct? And that's, I mean, you can close that anytime you want or open it anytime you want.
Yeah.
So I was just,
On Camp Road, when we did Camp Road on the final side, we put a gate up.
Yeah,
But anybody can go.
oh, yeah.
yeah.
Anybody can go, nobody.
So
As
we've
long
made
as-
the motion,
as
second.
long as- As long as it doesn't restrict the width, I have no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. So we've made the motion, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right.
Yes. There's no yelling, though.
I'm just here to ask if I did, first of all, ready, but I was gonna ask something.
Nope.
I'm just here to ask if I can be chair of a committee to start proper research of how to reform our police department here in Croydon. Not just to throw a number and have a warrant article. No, but like to seriously like propose a well thought out PowerPoint, if that's what you want, but like something that shows actual facts, costs, and the options, what we're looking at. So I was just told to ask permission before I do.
With the vote of the town can't back a committee to do such a thing. There's nothing to stop the committee. You can be the chair of it, and you can do all the information. But the town can't back it because the town itself voted down.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with dollars.
Yeah. So the town can't back it or form it or say who's anything about it.
So you don't care.
That's
I
it.
care.
Whatever they want.
Right, okay, but like so my point is, so like there's the 2 other police officers, the state police, the troop C, lieutenant, I guess, and then chief police. So the 2 of them are just gonna help guide me with the most like FAQs of how to reestablish or look at the contractual ways we could go about it. Just kind of a moot point, because everybody shows short staff, no one's gonna contract to like help us when they're short staffed. It's just not gonna happen on a town basis. And then on our flip side of like state, we've been super responsive and really great for things. I mean, they've been on our road, my in-laws have counted, we've 10 or 12 times for us the past 48 hours because I asked. I'm responsive for it, but like how long is that gonna last,
It's been that way since they took over.
Well, I have not seen state police until I called them and personally asked to get presence here when someone said that I've done Melbourne Hill on Sunday. So, like, racing, said that.
No, we can set up, we can contact them to have patrols, or just like a regular.
Yeah, so they have been, and I just don't know when that's gonna run out. so
It's
then
just a matter of
backup plan.
how long is it zero? If they catch people, they'll sit there.
Right.
Because
So they have that.
it's lucrative for them. Yeah, that's,
Right.
they're liable to do it until it changes. Once it changes and people stop, they'll move on, we'll contact them, go somewhere else.
Yeah. So, just a backup plan of like, what would it
The
cost?
more
I
information,
think-
the better.
Yeah.
Be over detailed with it, so everybody knows.
Something, yeah.
No, I was gonna say that factual information should never really be turned away.
Right, yeah, so I'm not just gonna go pull it out of thin air, like, that's what I'm saying, like, but the people I've asked, I said, is anybody like behind us saying like, yes, we want the information, we'll do a lot of.
I would like accurate information would be nice.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you know.
All right, thank you. Anybody else?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
All right.
Thank you.